Morning, welcome back to Salty Country. It's a cool 27 degrees this morning, wind chill 21. But we're gonna get out here today. I've got some lights for the excavator. I'm going to do some work this morning, see if I can start mounting some of these. I don't know about the wiring. I'll have to figure out my wiring. But we'll mess around with the excavator a little bit, do some maintenance, check the oil, do some greasing, that kind of stuff. So stick around and let's see what we can accomplish today. Got a question for everyone this morning. What is your motto? I've been thinking a lot about that. Last couple videos, I mentioned that you may have seen another boxer playing with axle while I was out clearing. My son and his family, that's their dog. They come down to visit, so we enjoyed a week with them here. So the focus shifted to family. So my motto is faith, family, and freedom. That's kind of my motto that I lean on, I guess. So if I'm curious, if you have a motto, share it. You know, I have a military background, so I got some other non-politically correct mottos, but yeah, share. If you have a motto, please share it with us. Some lights from Amazon. I checked on Caterpillar. They're outrageous. This one light right here, I think is $120 just for the light. Then you got to get the bracket. So I had Melody order these lights off of Amazon, and I think I've got 20 bucks in 4 lights. They're metal case, LEDs. I went to the hardware store yesterday, bought a bracket, and I'm gonna modify the bracket. But yeah, Caterpillar likes their parts. Well, pretty much all equipment manufacturers like their parts. It's getting that way with automobiles too. Nothing's cheap and reasonable anymore. And I know that labor is high, but I'm gonna work on this morning, see about getting this thing mounted. I'm gonna cut this bracket, and I'll probably, when the weather warms up, take it back apart and put a coat of paint on it. But I'm gonna work on this morning. All right, I'm gonna show you what I've done. I cut the bracket off. This bracket was the same length on both sides, so I cut it off. This is where it attaches to the excavator. I've got a bolt, lock washer and stuff. I'm going to see if I can mount it on there now. We'll take a look at it when I'm done. All right, I've got it mounted to the boom of the excavator. Looks pretty good. I left this bracket long on this side just in case I bump against a tree or something. Hopefully the bracket will take the bump and it won't hit the light. All right, I'm gonna get everything tightened up now, and then I'll start working on wiring. When I purchased the excavator, the light was missing, so I just tucked this wiring away up here in these hydraulic lines. I'm going to take some zip ties and see if I can zip tie this wiring in here so that it doesn't get snagged chilly out here this morning, for sure. All right, let's see. I want to keep this one. Here's a bracket on the boom. Get this fed up through here, right? Let's see. Maybe over that. There we go. Under the line. Zip tie turned like I want it. Everything's cold and stiff. Doesn't want to cooperate. Alright, let's see. I got that zip tie turned backwards. Alright, let me get this out of here real quick. Get it in there the right way. Much easier. Alright, so we're going to take this and tuck it under the line. We'll get the harness drop down in there. Get the zip tie started. That should keep this line tucked down in there so that nothing will snag it. Hopefully. Got some cutters out here to cut this. All right. All right, up here, it's got a bracket on the side of the boom. I think I want to take this wiring harness underneath this line to get it there. I'll zip tie this to the hydraulic line. Try to keep everything tucked in and as snug as possible. So that we don't snag anything. All right. But I don't like how I route some of this. I can always cut it and start over, so. All right, I'm about to cut some of that coating off of that to get this wired in. But once I get this wired together, I'll try to tuck this up and zip tie it to try to minimize anything getting snagged. Go ahead and cut these zip ties. I've got another light that I'm going to mount up here. So let's see how this right here goes. Get this nut off. I'm about to go in and warm my hands up here in a minute. All right, I'm just gonna get up here. Get myself in position. Set this nut up here so I can reach it. Washer. Have to see if my angle's right. It's about right. These lights are adjustable. You can adjust the angle of the light on the bracket. I'll drop the nut. But they have a slot. This light can slide and rotate on the mountain bracket. So, see if I can pull a glove off. Get the washer on. Nut started. A little bit tight and awkward. Probably should have a ladder out here. Be a little bit easier. All right, so I gotta get this tightened up. But that looks pretty good. I'll have to get it adjusted just right when I tighten it up. But I think that's gonna throw plenty of light out front. I've got the angle of the one on the boom kind of toward the bucket. And this right here should light up the entire boom. I had a wiring harness that was tucked behind the seat. This wiring harness is for the top of the cab, so I want to get me some more zip ties and get this thing run. I've got the wire from behind the seat routed on one of the cab legs. I got the looking. They have these little brackets to where you can attach your wiring harness. This is where it originally should have been. I got these zip ties I got to cut off. Runs around the front of the cab. Got a hole there to zip tie the wire harness. It's got a couple more brackets across the front, but pretty simple. Got it wired in, or got the wiring run, I should say. I've got to wire the lights in and see if I have a good connection to the switch. But stick around. We'll see if these things are working a little bit. So here's where I'm at. I brought the old trusty tester out here. Turned the switch on, flip the light switch on. Let me back up for a second. I noticed some fuses down in the fuse panel. I noticed that a fuse was blown a while back when I first got the excavator, and I thought it was the light, so I double checked and the light fuse was blown, which makes sense. These wires right here were just naked. laying behind the seat could touch the metal. So that fuse was blown, replaced it. I took the tester, put the positive and negative onto the wiring here, and I've got juice. So I'm going to cut these wires back and get it all wired in to this light here and get this light tightened up on top of the cab. So stick around. All right, I got the wires tied in to the light. Got them zip tied up tight. I'm going to flip on the switch. I got the light switch on, and we should have light. And we do. Good. All right, I got both lights connected. Melody's gonna turn the switch on. Good deal, we got lights on both boom and cab. Outstanding. We've got lights now, so I'm a happy camper. That's gonna be all for this episode. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.